Have you ever thought of spending a year abroad in Madrid? Teaching English in a language assistant program in Spain is a great way to do this. In this video, I'll show you how to apply to UCETAM, a teaching assistant program in Madrid. I'll share my pros and cons, my experience, and if I'd recommend UCETAM at the end of this video. I'm Jamie from ESL Teacher 365. I spent 5 years teaching English in Spain, and I love helping people do the same. Whether you want to teach abroad for a few months or 365 days, I can help you make a plan and build your confidence. To learn all my Teach Abroad secrets, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. UCETAM is a language assistant program in Spain that's based in Madrid. If you work for UCETAM, you'll be placed in a charter school in the Madrid region. You'll be working either 18 or 26 teaching hours per week, and you'll be helping local teachers in their classrooms. The program runs from September to June, and you can renew so you can stay in your school for 2 years. Health insurance is included, and some of the schools even offer free lunches. Are you looking for other ways to teach abroad? Then make sure you download my free Teach Abroad Quick Start Guide, which is linked down below. Who is eligible for the UCETAM Language Assistant program in Spain? You must be a native English speaker with a valid passport. You have to have some experience working with children, and you also need a clean criminal record. You'll also need a college degree in any subject, and it's helpful to have a pretty good level of Spanish, but this isn't required. Now that you have an idea what the UCETAM Language Assistant program in Spain is, let's take a look at some of the pros. The first pro is that the current pay is around 1,300 euros per month. This is if you're working 26 hours per week. You can always supplement this with private lessons or by teaching English online. Another pro is that Spanish kids are a lot of fun to teach. They're very active and enjoy interactive games, dialogue reading, and competitive activities. There are some benefits, so you'll get free healthcare, and some schools even provide free lunches, which are actually quite good. Another pro is that you can teach other classes besides English. You might have the chance to teach art, science, social studies, physical education, but in English. And the last pro is that you're paid on time. Unlike the Auxiliares de Conversación program, UCETAM assistants are paid more consistently. Okay, now here are some of the cons of the UCETAM Language Assistant program in Spain. The first con is that assistant experience varies a lot. Sometimes you are more of an actual teacher than an assistant. While you aren't supposed to be left alone in the classroom, some teachers will take advantage of you. Some teachers will expect you to plan and teach 100% of the lessons. Another con is that working with the Spanish co-teachers can be hit or miss. Again, it's a bit luck of the draw. Some of the teachers may be amazing, some may be not so good, but it really depends on your school. Another con is that you cannot choose your placement. There are a lot of placements in preschools, and many placements are far from the city center, but still technically in the Madrid region. So do be careful if you have your heart set on living in the Madrid city center. The last con is that you'll spend around 40 hours per week at school. Even though your placement is for 18 or 26 hours, you'll likely spend 5 days per week, 9 to 5 at school due to unpaid gaps in your schedule. Curious about the pros and cons of another language assistant program in Spain? Then check out this video on the Auxiliares de Conversación program. I taught with the UCETAM Language Assistant program in Spain from 2011 to 2013. I taught 1st through 6th grade, and I had multiple classes of the different grades. So altogether, I had, like 200 students. It was crazy. But I did have a lot of the same students my second year, which was great because by then I had learned all of their names. Back when I did the program, I actually received closer to 1,500 euros per month. Working for UCETAM, I was definitely more of a teacher than an assistant. A lot of the teachers that I worked with expected me to plan 100% of my lessons. This could be making PowerPoints to introduce a science unit or creating a game to review vocabulary with 30 students. I liked UCETAM because I was able to teach English classes as well as science and art. We got to do a lot of science experiments and I really enjoyed that. Some of my co-teachers were absolutely amazing and some of them were not very good. They didn't really care about even being at school. They just kind of screamed at the kids, or they would be out of the classroom or in the corner, and they just kind of expected me to do everything. Does UCETAM sound like a good fit for you? Well, here's how to apply. Applications open in January and close in March on the official website. You'll need to prepare the following documents. First, you'll need to prepare the English Language Assistant profile. You'll also need to prepare the English Language Assistant application. You need to include a resume with a photo, which is more common in Europe, and a letter of recommendation written in English or Spanish from a former professor or employer. To apply to the UCETAM Language Assistant program in Spain, check out my blog post linked down below. Would I recommend teaching with the UCETAM Language Assistant program? Yes and no. I would say yes if you want to live in Spain, you like energetic children, you're okay with doing a lot of your own lesson planning, and you have a pretty decent amount of Spanish. I would say no if you're brand new to teaching, you don't like rowdy children, you have your heart set on living in the Madrid city center, which probably won't happen, and you don't speak very much Spanish. I hope you feel inspired to pack your bags and create a new life for yourself in Spain. Would you like to teach in Spain or in another country? Leave a comment down below. If you need any help finding the perfect Teach Abroad program for you, then send me an email at jamie@eslteacher365.com. I have so many more tips and tricks to share with you, so make sure you're following my blog and my Instagram at eslteacher365. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy teaching, and remember, the world is yours to teach and explore.